Today on Textron Aviation, live at Oshkosh. Meet members of the U.S. ski team. See how our aircraft are used in life-saving ways. And we celebrate our piston anniversaries with a few of our friends. Hello Cessna and Beechcraft fans, this is Rachel Williams live from the Textron Aviation booth here at EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh, Wisconsin with the latest news and excitement from the show. First up, Mindy Lindheim of Textron Aviation introduces us to Luke and Logan of the U.S. ski team. Mindy, I can't wait to meet them too.
Thanks, Rachel. Today I am joined by two members of the U.S. ski team, Luke and Logan. So excited to have you guys here with us today. So tell me, what do you guys compete in?
I compete in U.S. alpine ski racing.
What about you, Logan?
I cross-country skiing.
So tell me, guys, very curious, how did you guys get into skiing and what made you guys want to go the whole way to the Olympics?
Yeah, I was just a little guy. I started skiing when I was 2.5. My dad brought us up. And then I have a competitive side of me for sure, and a twin brother who kind of drove me to feel that competitiveness, and we just started racing when we were 6 and kind of took it all the way.
That's awesome. What about you, Logan?
Yeah, for me, similar. A family activity, passing the long winters in Alaska, and I have an older brother as well who did it, and it was something we did when we were younger, and he and I were competitive together, and we both like competing and went all the way. So yeah, family activity.
I love that you guys grew up with that. So not only are you guys professional athletes, you guys are also pilots. So we're here at EAA 2021. I'm very curious to know, what got you guys into aviation and what do you guys normally fly?
Yeah, so I don't have anybody in my family that flies. I grew up operating machinery, and I just always had that bug to drive and fly, and flying airplanes was the next thing. So I had some time to do it in the afternoons after training for skiing, and I decided to do it a couple summers ago and loved it ever since.
For me, it's been pure passion. Always, since I was little, always wanted to get up in the air. No immediate family who flies, but a lot of friends in Alaska who fly, and it's always been a dream of mine to be behind the controls myself. And so I knew it was going to happen at some point in my life. I just didn't know when, and yeah, a few years ago, enough was enough, and had to take the reins myself. So yeah. So
Luke, I want to know, is there any similarities between training to become a pilot and training to become an Olympian?
Oh, absolutely. You know, there's a certain level of commitment it takes to obviously be on a path to ski race, and the same level of commitment it takes to become a pilot. There's a lot of decision making and pressure situations, I guess, in flying, and I think it actually helps with my skiing as well.
I'm sure the mentalities have so many similarities of the focus and determination that you need to succeed in both of these industries.
Absolutely.
And so tell me, you're training right now to hopefully make the team for the 2022 Olympics.
Correct.
I'm sure that takes up so much of your time. How do you remain proficient as a pilot? Because a lot of our customers see the same things in their lives. They're running a business, they have family,
right.
Maybe not trained to become an Olympian,
right.
but same thing of that time commitment.
Right, yeah, I'm very thankful, I guess, that the summer days are long in Alaska. So I can train and work and train again, and then still have hours in the evening when the sun's up and get flights in that way. Even though it's later into the evening, it's great flying weather. You know, the weather, the storms have subsided, and it's great. So I'm thankful for that, and it's tough getting hours in during the winter when we're gone racing a lot, but summertime you just hit it hard and keep that proficiency lasting you all year. So
you can do both because you have incredible endurance, and apparently sleep is no thing for you.
Maybe, yeah. So
tell me, where can we cheer you guys on next? What's your next competition?
So our race season starts in end of October, the World Cup race season, and then all winter we'll be racing about once a week over in Europe, and then the Olympics will start in middle of February.
Well, we're really looking forward to cheering you both on. Congrats on everything. Back to you, Rachel.
Speaking of Olympic athletes, Textron Aviation is bringing back the Special Olympics airlift, but we need your help. Here's Jack Pelton, CEO of the Experimental Aircraft Association and former CEO of Cessna Aircraft Company, to tell us more.
I've had the opportunity to participate in 2 of the Special Olympics airlifts at Cessna, I can assure you it'll be forever emblazoned in your heart. You're doing something for somebody that may not have even been able to participate in the games because they didn't have transportation. Everybody needs a lift every now and then. Here's your opportunity to do just that. June of 2022, Special Olympics Airlift.
Okay, let's talk special missions aircraft. What makes them special? Joining me now in the studio is William Beller from our special missions team at Textron Aviation. William, thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Great. So tell me in a brief sentence, what's the mission behind special missions?
So we in Special Missions, we listen to our customers and they have specific needs. So we modify all of our factory products to their requirements.
So what types of customers need a modified aircraft?
So we have all types of customers. We go U.S. government, foreign government, special mission operators all around the world.
To do what kind of missions?
So we do everything from medevac, cargo, surveillance, you name it, parachuting. So it really depends on what their needs are.
Great. We have a special missions aircraft here at the booth. Tell me about that.
We do. We have a Special Mission Grand Caravan. It's set up in a medevac setup with a infectious disease module on top of it, and it really helps us move patients from one place to another where they need to get critical care.
Yeah, so that we can get them the life-saving services that they need.
Absolutely. Yes.
So which aircraft can be modified?
So we can modify our whole product range. It's really about listening to our customers and seeing what they need, and then from a 172 to possibly, our turboprop line all the way up to our Citation jets.
Great. Well, thank you for being here to share more about special missions and the aircraft we have here on site. Now we are back to Mindy, who is out on the grounds looking for a few friends to help us celebrate some special milestones.
Yes, we are celebrating the 65th anniversary of the Cessna 182 Skyline. So I'm going to go find my friend Colin with Old Green Plane. Let's go. Here we are. Hey, Colin.
Mindy,
It's
how are
so good to see you.
Hey, nice to see you too.
So we are celebrating the 65th anniversary of the 182, so I thought I'd drop by and see you.
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
So Colin here is with Old Green Plane. Tell everyone what Old Green Plane is.
So Old Green Plane is a travel and adventure show. We take old Butch and we fly him around the country. We meet cool people. We get to see cool places, taste great food, and just do fun events like this.
You do everything an aircraft owner should, so I love that. And I also understand this is a very special airplane to you. Why is this airplane so special?
So my dad actually purchased this plane brand new, and when he sold it in the mid-'70s, and so I grew up hearing about 6'2" Tango, and it was always, hey, if I ever get that plane back, when you sell something, you kick yourself, and so he did.
Yes.
I finally found it, was able to purchase it about 3 years after he passed away. So I bought it, I brought it home, fixed it up, and it's just special because not only do I fly it, but my son, third generation Kaniva, gets to fly it as well, so it's fun.
So this is like a family member to you now.
It totally is.
So what has been your favorite adventure in Old Green Plane?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked because I don't know if you remember this, but about a year ago, Craig and I were able to fly this home, if you will, down to Kansas, and we got to tour the facility and see where every nut, bolt, and rivet was put, and it was amazing to see that.
I'm sure that was really cool to bring it back to where it was made and see how that's all done.
Yeah, and I didn't even botch the landing. It was like he was coming home.
And tell me, so if someone's considering buying a 182, why would you suggest that they do that? What's the greatest part about it?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. It's good for everything. You can fly it off airport, on airport, long hops, short hops. I just love it. I can load it down with basically whatever I want within weight and balance, and go wherever I want. So I just love this plane. It's very versatile.
From watching your series in the 182, now I want 182, so I'm on the hunt. So it's nice to catch up with you. I'll see you later.
Good to see you.
And not only are we celebrating the 65th anniversary of the 182, we're also celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Bonanza. And to help do that, we have a very special edition aircraft coming out next year. It's a special edition Mrs. Olive Ann Beach Bonanza. So excited about that. And hey, look, it's Thea. Thea, Mindy, it is so great to see you. You too. You are the perfect person for me to help introduce this important anniversary of ours. Thea is a banner tow pilot on the weekends, a nurse on the weekdays, but most importantly, her family owns a V-35A Bonanza. That's what I want to hear all about. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so it's a 1968 Bonanza. We've had it for about 3 years now and have flown it a couple hundred hours so far.
That is so cool. So after all these couple hundred hours, what's your favorite thing to do in the Bonanza?
I would say for me it'd be to take people on their first flight and take it for evening cruises.
Taking people on their first flight is probably the most special thing you can do. So I definitely understand why that's your favorite thing to do in the Bonanza.
For sure.
So the Bonanza has a very large following. People love it. And you're an owner and pilot. Why do you think people love it so much?
I just think it's a well-proven aircraft. It's fun to fly, and it's like the perfect combination of high performance and class.
I totally agree. Well, it was great catching up with you, but I've got to run. I'll catch up with you later.
See ya.
Whew, that was so much fun. Sending it back to you, Rachel.
Thanks, Mindy. As we near the end of the week, we are anticipating a signature AirVenture event, The Gathering. For nearly 25 years, the aviation community has celebrated the achievements of its leaders and connected industry friends at one special event. Like Textron Aviation, The Gathering is focused on inspiring and impacting the next generation of aviators. Funds raised will support the Young Eagles organization, which is dedicated to introducing young people to flight. Here's a sneak peek at one of the videos we're showcasing at the event.
To fly is to be free. There's just something about soaring through the air. It's a feeling that's often attempted on the ground, but never truly replicated. Cessna and Beechcraft have inspired the journey of flight for more than 9 decades. From the young people in need who we invite on their first aircraft ride, to our employees and the thousands of others who fulfill their dreams of becoming pilots. Every one of our iconic aircraft that pierce the clouds can ignite a spark. It can create a passion for flight that lasts a lifetime. It can be the inspiration for a new generation. As we emerge into another century of aviation excellence, we are driven by one purpose: to discover more ways to connect those on the ground to the joy and excitement of exploring the world above.
EAA continues here in Oshkosh until Sunday, but for us, that's a wrap.
I've had so much fun meeting so many people and helping to tell all these wonderful stories.
Me too, and celebrating aviation in such a fun and cool way.
I can't wait to come back.
Yes. Well, we hope to see you next year also. We leave you now with a few more images from here in Oshkosh.